On this edition of Temple Update, graduation day is upon us. Temple gets ready to say goodbye to the class of '09. Philadelphia community members fight to save their library. And find out where you can see your favorite artist perform this summer.
Hello and welcome to this special senior edition of Temple Update. I'm Johnny Archer.
And I'm Rachel Hidalgo. We've reached the end of yet another semester here at Temple University. It's the event all college students dream about, and for Temple seniors, that day is almost here. As in previous years, Temple University's graduation ceremony will be held at the Leopold Center. This will be Temple's 122nd commencement exercise. The main ceremony will kick off at 10 a.m., and each college at Temple will then hold a diploma ceremony later in the day. For more information about this year's graduation, go to temple.edu/commencement.
But before we get our suits and dresses ready for the big day, there are little things called term papers and final exams to worry about. This is a scene at Temple's Paley Library. Students are accessing any quiet areas on campus to complete semester's workload. Experts recommend short but frequent study sessions. They claim cramming before a final or pulling an all-nighter can finish term papers is not a good idea.
Another hot spot on campus this time of year is the Temple Tech Center. Over the past few days, it's been difficult to find an open computer. People are standing in line for a chance to use one of Temple's computers or to use the facility's printers. To accommodate the overflow of students, the Tech Center is going to be open 24 hours a day during the exam period. The seniors got a final chance to celebrate graduation in Mitten Hall. The Alumni Association sponsored the Senior Barbecue. The annual event was held to celebrate the graduating class of 2009. There was food, drinks, and giveaways. The event also encouraged the graduates to join the association and continue to donate to the university after they begin their careers.
I really appreciate Temple University putting the time, putting the resources, and really putting the money into, making the graduates feel like their time here was appreciated by the university, and also that they want their graduates to feel like Temple was a place that they felt comfortable at, they can come back to, and that will be there to support them in the future.
Seniors attended the event.
Earning a college degree is a big accomplishment. According to the U.S. Census Department, a little more than 15% of Americans have earned a bachelor's degree. Less than half of all college freshmen will stay in school long enough to earn a diploma. In Pennsylvania, a little more than 15% of the state's residents have a bachelor's degree themselves. A U.S. Census Department also reports it's getting very crowded on American campuses. More than 60% of all high school seniors plan to continue their education. This fall, close to 14 million people will enroll in an American college or university. For the first time in U.S. history, there are now more college students than high school students. A crowded campus can give sophomores trouble finding a place to live in their junior year. Updates Aisha Pinkney shows us how second-year students have to cope with moving out.
Now that classes are over, many students are planning summer vacations while others are dealing with changing their living arrangements. On-campus housing at Temple is not guaranteed after sophomore year. When students reach their junior year, they are required to live off campus.
Quite honestly, we just don't have enough space to accommodate freshmen who are our most vulnerable students and needing to learn the ropes of Temple.
Some sophomores like the idea of moving off campus because it gives them more of an opportunity for independence.
I was excited about moving off campus because I don't have to follow Temple's rules anymore, and I live on my own, and it's not like being at summer camp.
On the other hand, some students believe the hassle of finding their own place to live is more trouble than it's worth.
Getting a house was actually really difficult. It was a very stressful process. We went through 3 different realtors.
There are talks about a new dorm being built in the near future, which could keep more students on campus. But in the meantime, Temple sophomores will have to sign their first lease this fall. Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Aisha Pinckney.
A new bill in Harrisburg is attempting to cut off funding for the expansion of the Pennsylvania Convention Center. State politicians are trying to punish city officials for dragging their feet in attempts to build 2 casinos in the Philadelphia area. The bill states Philadelphia will not receive state-allotted funding until the casinos are up and running. Governor Ed Rendell, a former Philadelphia mayor, says if the bill lands on his desk, he plans to sign it. From one Philadelphia landmark to another, the Charles Durham Library means more to community members than a fiscal figure on Mayor Nutter's budget sheet. I recently visited the library to see how it's holding up. Economists expect the city to have a $1 billion shortfall over the next 5 years. With the economy failing and the city in a deficit, Mayor Nutter has planned to cut 11 libraries in order to get the city out of debt. For residents of one small branch in Mantua, the Charles Durham Library, many think the city needs to find another alternative.
I don't want the library to close because me and my little family come here every day after school.
I got a lot of things going on. My daughter, she's in foster care, so I got to look at my email account, look for other jobs that's going on because it's hard to find a job nowadays.
With the bad economy comes a loss of jobs, and many residents in Mantua need the computers provided to search for jobs.
The library, I think, is very relevant to the community. First and foremost, if you are aware, Mantua is a poverty-stricken area. So a lot of the community residents do use the library to research jobs and, employment opportunities.
Education is actually an investment, and the libraries, most of us economists would argue, are a part of that general education there.
City Council recently revoked the mayor's right to close the libraries after a public outcry, but the mayor later said he will insist on cutting their funding by 2010. Supporters of the library feel it's an after-school refuge, a way to find jobs, and an overall continuing source of education. Currently, the library remains open.
The latest Temple blood drive drove right up to the steps of Annenberg Hall. The Red Cross bus made a pit stop on 13th Street. Several blood drives were held on Temple's campus each semester. Students were asked to donate a pint of blood to help replenish the area's supply. College students donate more blood than any other group in the United States. There was an award ceremony to acknowledge the best and brightest among Temple's broadcast, telecommunications, and mass media department. The annual BTMM Awards are given out to TV production students who excelled at creating projects including music videos, news packages, and documentaries. First, second, and third place winners in each category received gift certificates for their efforts.
Stay tuned. There's still much more to come on Temple Update.
We'll be right back.